And
Good morning.
welcome back to Double Scoop.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So today we're doing something a little bit different. Janine had a brilliant idea, which I think it was brilliant. Just to film. How about you share?
Just what we were talking the other day, and I don't know about brilliant, but it occurred to me just a lot that goes into my body dysmorphia is like this combination of misconceptions about me because I am a taller and fuller figured person,
Mm-hmm.
and a combination of misconceptions, a combination of food insecurities, as well as
Like shopping, how you
yeah,
deal
just
with
like
shopping, like
realities. Yeah, just the realities
yeah,
of being a bigger person.
maybe how like the world is a little bit easier if you are a normal.
Yeah, for a conventionally built person,
Yeah,
a smaller person, things are just easier.
yeah.
And all of that definitely combined plays into my body dysmorphia, but I also probably think the body dysmorphia that women have in common, especially.
Yeah.
Hiccup.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into it. Okay. How about this? You're out to dinner with girls,
Yep.
maybe a work event where not everybody knows you,
Okay.
and you order, which you never do, but say you order like a fried food appetizer.
And then what?
Would anything go through your head? Would you think that anyone is judging you, thinking something about you, or if someone else ordered it and you partook of it?
Okay, I think that question, not that you intended it to be like twofold or double sided, I don't know how else to put it, but so I think maybe in my head I'm thinking, oh, do they think because I'm a bigger person or I'm fat that of course I'm getting the fried food appetizer?
You're not fat, but um, yeah, would you think that?
Yeah.
That would cross your mind regularly.
Oh yeah, for sure. But even ordering out in general, I have a really hard time with. And this is not even as much of a body dysmorphia thing. It's almost more like an eating disorder type of thing. I have the hardest time ordering something that is perceived unhealthy.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
How did I not know this?
Well, I always eat the same things, but it's why it's like a deeply rooted
So you
thing.
will purposely look for.
The thinnest, lightest, lower caloric item on a menu.
Really?
Hmm.
Even with me?
I just did this at breakfast 2 days ago.
Well, yes, but like on a regular basis with me.
Regular basis with anybody. It's not special. You're sorry, you're not that special. I do it with anybody.
What?
Are you being for real?
Yes, I'm being for real. Why? Eat what you want.
I
You work
can't.
out 4 days a week.
I
You
can't.
meal prep. You cardio. You.
I can't. I am broken. I cannot. Especially when restaurants put the caloric count on a menu item.
I did.
Oh,
I did know that bothers
oh,
you.
I am definitely not ordering
Yeah,
it.
I did know that bothers you. Wow. This just took a turn from what we thought it was going to
Hank,
be. Hank, come here. Hank is chewing a bone
which is a
and
very loud activity.
extremely loud. Hey, Janine is having a moment. Come comfort her.
I'm fine. You
I
seem like you're having a moment, actually.
I knew that the when it listed the calories, I knew that bothered you, and you just hate any menu that has that. I did not know that you always look for.
I look for a lighter option always.
That is crazy. That's got to be a terrible way to live.
It's boring.
Yeah, just get what you want.
Mm,
Wow. Okay, so back up to eating out. just on a regular basis, you said it's twofold. One fold is you look for the lightest, healthiest dish option on the menu.
Yeah,
What
lighter or moderate.
what's the second fold?
Well, no, those were the two folds. One, like if I order something like the deep fried blue mint onion or whatever, people are
Uh-huh.
going to be like, oh, of course she's ordering that. Look at
Oh,
her.
okay. So you purposely avoid the fried, anything fried.
Pretty much. I
And
almost never order anything fried out to eat.
and then the second fold was you look for the lightest, mediumist.
Yeah, a very moderate, conservative dining
Yeah.
option.
Wow. Okay. So where do you think that started? I mean, have you done that since you were a kid?
No,
Has
definitely not. Because I didn't understand what calories were as a
did you have
kid.
like friends' parents say something when you went out to
No,
eat, or like anything, or
that started as an adult.
this is an adult issue?
Hmm. And I'm sure it started with when I, really was losing weight. Like after I had weight loss surgery and was really concerned with what I eat. And, weight loss is calories out versus calories in.
Right.
And so I'm sure it's somewhere along there when I became
And you had the
obsessed with
weight.
tracking and
Yeah.
just
You had that surgery how long ago?
January 2017.
Okay. So 7 years ago.
No, 2018. 6 years
6 years
ago.
ago.
Mhm.
Okay. So for 6 years, you have been obsessed with calories.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to say no, I'm not, but
You are.
probably yeah.
Hmm.
But I think also it may look like that to you because you have never looked at a nutrition label in your life.
Never.
You are just the exact opposite. You
Yeah.
are 1 degree away from what's a calorie.
Yes.
So I think
That's
it
true.
probably looks like that to you because it is such a stark
Yeah.
contrast.
Yeah. Because our dysmorphias are totally different. I want to gain weight because I can't.
Mm-hmm.
You want to lose weight and count everything.
Mm-hmm. And it works.
No, of course it works. Yeah, of course.
But I would say, I have also worked hard enough to where am not totally obsessive over it.
Yeah. I do remember you telling me several months ago that you used to be so extreme that you would write down every single bite you took.
Yeah, like I track all of it.
Every single thing.
Every meal. Yeah.
But then
If
that
it was a
has
little fun size Snickers, it was tracked.
yeah. And then you kind of realized that it was wearing on you, right?
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Mentally.
It's exhausting
Yeah.
to track that strictly.
Yeah.
But you get to a point where you don't need to
Yeah,
anymore.
you kind of know what's going on, what you're
Yeah.
consuming.
And if you eat the same thing day in and day out,
Yeah.
it doesn't change. And I think
Wow.
once I hit a goal weight and I felt like I could really enjoy
Mm-hmm.
food again because I wasn't still trying to lose.
Yeah.
But I do think when you need to lose a significant amount of weight, it does take a level of discipline
Yeah.
that
Sure.
comes with tracking and eating the same
Mm-hmm.
foods and making those sacrifices while you're trying to lose weight.
Sure. So going out to eat is one thing. What's another based on size? Like buying clothes at
Oh
the
yeah.
gym.
Um
Janine works out in what is it called? Yoga pants and a sports
Leggings.
bra. Leggings and a sports bra. Does that bother you? Do you think people are
I'm sure some people probably think like, "Oh, she's disgusting. Why doesn't she put on more clothes?" But I just get hot. And I hate like a wet t-shirt on me.
we're both sweaters. We
Yeah,
sweat
I'm a
quite a
sweaty
bit.
person.
Yeah.
So that's really the only reason why I get hot.
Do you ever feel uncomfortable in what you're wearing at the gym? Do you ever feel like people are staring at you a certain way or
Do I feel like people are sometimes staring at me? Yes. Do I feel uncomfortable? Mostly no. Like I'm here to worry about myself and focus on myself and work on me. I do not care what other people are there for.
yeah. Good.
So that's a them problem.
Has that always been a situation or have you at times been super self-conscious about what you're wearing?
No, I don't think but I also didn't really start to work out until I was like getting smaller and like losing weight.
Yeah.
So like when I first started working out, I did spin classes in a studio. It's a dark
Hmm.
room,
Yeah.
so no one's really looking. You can't really see anybody,
Yeah.
and you're
That's fair.
focused on an instructor.
Yeah.
And then by the time I was going to a commercial gym and was wearing just a sports bra and leggings, I was smaller.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. So that's never bothered you.
Mm-mm.
I want to go back to the food just for a second because I thought of something. Are you self-conscious of what you put in a shopping cart when you go to the grocery store?
No, but I think I'm also so deeply conditioned to shop the outside of the store
Mm-hmm.
because they say if you shop the outside of the store, when you go into any grocery store, you're getting mostly your whole foods like produce, meats, dairy.
Yeah.
It's when you get into the aisles that you're getting a lot of the processed foods.
Yeah. The junk stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I shop pretty well. Like I don't
Yeah.
really buy a lot of junk.
No, you definitely
I
don't.
mean, even just lately, my guilty pleasure has been Pop Tarts.
Yeah.
But how often am I getting Pop Tarts?
Yeah. I mean, very true.
Um, but no, I don't really think people. I mean, I judge myself. Like sometimes if I indulge too much in the grocery store, where they say don't go to the grocery store hungry, and then like Oreos will fall in the cart or chips, and I'll sometimes look and I'll judge myself. Like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like,
Yeah.
don't
Like
bring this crap into the house because then you're gonna eat it.
yeah. Like you put it in the cart and then you walk around a little more and then you keep seeing it and you feel a little guilty.
Yeah,
It's
it's
time to put
like,
it back.
do I need this? Probably not.
Yeah. That's fair.
But no, I think I'm a pretty good shopper.
Mm-hmm.
Like I cook and make things from scratch, so I buy a lot of just good ingredients
Yeah,
for
you do.
food.
You do.
So
And your meal prep is always fresh vegetables, fresh everything.
so I'm not as concerned about shopping.
Okay. All right. That was my food thought. Back to size at the gym or even just in general. So we were walking down, we were in Atlanta yesterday, and someone yelled at us from their car, which I know you get those comments a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but it's obviously because she's gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Um, but do you know that it's because you're gorgeous, or do you think it's because I don't know? I'm just thinking here. Like, do you think it's because you're a bigger woman, or
Both.
do any of the comments bother you?
If I can make out what they say, usually not.
Yeah, we had no idea what the dude said yesterday, but
I think people, it's almost hurtful slash I get a little offended. It bothers me more that people think because they're like surprised that I'm a bigger person, but I'm also pretty.
yeah,
Like as if the two are mutually exclusive, which
which
is
is
not.
ridiculous.
I mean, yes, but people are like, "Oh wow, you're so pretty for being a bigger woman."
Which, side note, that always bothers me. But why can't you be big and beautiful at the same time? Like, look at uh, who do I always compare you to? Ashley Graham.
Uh oh no, the one
No,
yes, her,
Crawford.
but Cami Crawford. Oh my
Cammy
god, I love
Crawford.
her
I
so
mean, I
much.
swear you look just like Cammy Crawford. You're both stunning women. Um, so anyway, big and beautiful can be.
I don't even like saying the word big. I know you don't mean it that way, but just
No,
like
no, no,
fuller
not big.
figured,
Just yeah, fuller figured
taller,
and
fuller
beautiful.
figured.
Right.
But people look at me as surprised that you can be a bigger and fuller figured person
Yeah.
and still be
Stunning.
conventionally attractive.
Yeah. So the comments on the street when we're walking through Atlanta, whatever.
I mean, I ignore them.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm not available. But two, when in the history of ever has yelling at some woman from your car driving down the street been effective? Like I'm gonna, like you're gonna park and I'm gonna
Yeah.
seek you out, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I get that.
Um.
So you mostly ignore them.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at ignoring those. And again, I'm usually like walking back and forth to work.
Right.
Like what am I gonna do?
Yeah. All right. So those comments, whatever, brush them off your back,
Mm-hmm.
ignore them, whatever.
I think shopping for clothes is hard because I can't just like necessarily run into a Target and find something that fits me very well.
I have noticed that
I have to do a lot of online shopping, which you do notice.
you mostly shop online. Like I can count on one hand how many times I know of you going to a store to shop.
Yeah.
Probably like three fingers actually.
Mm-hmm.
So you do 99% of your shopping online,
Mm-hmm.
and then half of it usually send back.
And I think it also is so frustrating to shop as a fuller figured person.
Yeah,
Well, one, I'm tall, so already limited options depending on for
sure.
winter. In the summer, not so much, but in the wintertime, it's hard to find things that are long enough, which is part
Mm,
of why I shop online.
yeah,
But two, it just gets frustrating. Like I get hot, things don't fit. You start getting frustrated or things don't look good. And that can totally, as a woman, just take a toll on your mental health so quickly.
yeah.
And so I would just rather order something, try it on the comfort of my own home.
Mm,
Nobody has to know if it didn't fit. Like if you're going into a fitting room and you take 10 things in and then you come back out and the attendant's like, oh, did none of these work?
yeah,
And
I
no,
can
they
see that.
didn't. And that kind of bothers me too, actually.
And you have made a comment that a lot of the clothes that would possibly fit you in the store are ugly. Like
Yeah,
there's not good options.
no. And I'm such in a weird like size and space. Like my waist is like not proportionately. Well, this was wrong. So my measurements are not traditional. So like when I carry weight like in my thighs and in my
Hmm.
hips and my butt,
Hmm.
like that, is up to a size 16.
Uh-huh.
But my waist is a lot smaller.
Yep.
So, like to get clothes that will come up over my legs and to button, like it's huge in the waist.
Yeah.
Like so stuff just doesn't fit me very well.
Yeah.
But and even though I logically know that, it just still is frustrating to shop in person unless I'm just truly in a pinch and like I need to find something. So like I will force myself to go out and just, roll the dice.
Yeah. So like in a pinch, if you needed something,
Yeah. Like
you
I've
go.
ripped my pants before,
Hmm.
or you know what, I was, sent home from work because my black pants were too faded and they didn't meet uniform
Hmm.
requirements. So you have to find another pair of black pants.
Yeah.
Okay, but you just do your best.
Yeah. Hmm. That would be frustrating.
Hmm.
And then when you online shop, I've seen you send a lot of stuff back.
Yeah,
So even then, it's still frustrating.
yeah, but I think also being able to kind of experience that in the privacy of my own home is still
Yeah.
easier than out.
Yeah. You put it on, look in the mirror,
Yeah,
show me, hey, it probably doesn't fit, or
I just it could fit better.
yeah, it's whatever. Okay,
Hmm.
send it back. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Hmm.
So that doesn't really affect you much.
Nah,
Okay,
because
cool.
I have more options if I online shop.
You do. By the way, Amazon is at our door almost every day.
But that's not just for me. Don't do that.
Ooh, see that eye roll? This will be edited out, but did you see that eye roll?
That's a lot of good stuff for you and the kids
I know.
or at the house.
It is. I know. I agree.
Uh,
You do a lot of stuff for us.
that wasn't where I was going with that, but just saying it's not just shopping for me on Amazon.
No, it's not. So what else is difficult? I know I'm not thinking of everything because I'm not you.
Hmm.
Food, gym, clothes shopping. What else pushes your buttons? Or is a
Um,
common misconception?
I would say just sometimes feeling uncomfortable in common everyday spaces that are also maybe just not made for, a bigger person.
Mike?
Oh, like going to a restaurant, if you sit on a bar stool and it's a little rickety, I am so afraid I'm going to just
Yeah.
make it collapse.
Bar stools freak me out anyway. Yeah, if they're wonky, no
And
go.
it could have been literally a 120-pound person would make a rickety bar stool collapse,
Yeah.
but I would never feel that way. I would probably go home and like not eat for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Do you know what else makes me, speaking of chairs, you know the plastic like lawn chairs or whatever they are, just the cheap white things. The whole
The
things are plastic,
Yeah.
and you always see the pranks on TV
Oh yeah, yeah,
where
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
kick the leg out and
Uh
break it
huh.
and they fall. Those chairs freak me out
Mhm.
because I always think I'm gonna break them.
Mhm. Yeah. Any type of rickety, not sturdy chair, I'm sure I'm going to break it, and everyone's going to look at me and
Yeah,
say she broke it because she's too big.
yeah. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. What about a daily thing? I'm trying to think of something that you would encounter almost every single day.
Maybe back to food, like in the office when we do group lunch orders, like on Uber Eats,
Mm-hmm.
are people going to judge me if I don't get the salad?
Mm.
I would say, like, I have a lot of food insecurities, and I am afraid that because of my size, people will associate my food choices
Mm-hmm.
with my size, with am I healthy? Am I like just a fat ass who is gluttonous and likes to overindulge? I'm being for real.
Which you don't.
No, I don't. But
Hmm. So how do you combat these issues? How do you deal with them? How can we tell our viewers?
I think I am at a point now where I tell myself, these are good practices to keep 90% of the time. The way I order out in restaurants, how I meal prep, how I grocery shop, how I eat. But it is okay to relax some of those restrictions I've given myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we joke? What's our joke? Breakfast on Sundays doesn't count or has no calories or whatever.
Oh, that's
Like,
like every weekend. Weekends don't count.
okay, well, they count.
Okay, but mostly breakfast. Sunday breakfast is
Is there a
usually,
very special,
yeah, it's usually family breakfast. We
yeah,
make whatever biscuits, gravy,
hmm,
cinnamon rolls, whatever.
hash brown
Yeah,
bowls?
yeah, those don't count.
Because I don't want to miss out on memories because I'm so hyper fixated on
Hmm.
the calorie counting.
Yeah, which I think is great. So you used to be super strict every meal,
Hmm.
but now it's okay. You've come to the point you've accepted one crazy meal or two crazy meals a week aren't going to kill you. I shouldn't say it like that. Two crazy meals, whatever.
Yeah,
Just eat what you want.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Do you still struggle really really hardcore during the week?
I think it depends on where I am and how work is going. If I'm in the office and it could either be particularly stressed or maybe a little bit bored, less focused on a day where I just can't sit. I'm going to get up and go to the kitchen, and my office has tons of snacks all the time. And so, oh, I need a brain break. Let me go to the kitchen and get some whatever,
Yeah.
cookies or this or that. There are a lot of healthy snacks, so I do try to go for those. But I am a sucker for Oreos sometimes.
Yeah. Great. I don't think anyone should be so strict that they're constantly beating themselves up. If you are always so hard on yourself that you count every single calorie, every gram of fat, everything, it can't be healthy mentally.
Um,
You disagree?
I think you need to be realistic with yourself.
Realistic, yes, but to the extreme that you're counting every single calorie.
It depends on what your goals are. Like,
But
I'd love
again,
to
I've
lose 30 pounds.
I've never I've never had to count calories, so I can't relate. But
I'd love to lose 30 pounds. I'm very good with my diet, but I'm not tracking everything right now. I'm not as strict as I could be and not as disciplined. So that's why I'm in a maintenance phase.
okay,
And I'm not gaining or losing weight
yeah.
because I'm not putting myself in enough of a deficit. And that comes from being a little bit more lax right now with tracking.
So once you decide to be in cutting phase, are you going to count every calorie, everything, and be super strict?
Yeah. But I think, yeah, I've actually felt a little bit hesitation to do that because it is very isolating.
Meaning you're
Especially, I
gonna
think,
be like on your own island with your food, and then me and the kids are gonna be on our
yeah.
island.
Hmm. Like, we'll still sit down and eat together, but I
Sure.
will not be eating the things I make for you guys.
Is that gonna be hard for you? Is that difficult to? Will that be difficult to see
It's
what?
not fun.
Well, of course, not fun, but
I don't know. I've never really actually been and experienced that.
is there something that we could do? Like,
Well, I don't think you guys want to eat like
I mean, not big,
tilapia, broccoli.
not big vegetable eaters. Not gonna lie, but I I want to support you, so I'm not
But I
gonna.
wouldn't make you guys suffer.
You wouldn't be suffering. It'd just be a little bit different for a little while.
Uh, I'm not going to expect you guys to eat the same thing 5 days a week, which you don't have to meal prep that way. I find that most successful for me to sometimes take some of the decision out. Like decision
So you,
fatigue is a thing, and
yeah.
having too many choices to choose from can make it difficult. So I take all the guesswork out, and this week my dinner is X.
So you meal prep lunch and dinner. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never seen you meal prep dinner, so I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just lunch. But when you're in a cutting phase, you would be meal prepping lunch and dinner.
Mm-hmm. Or for dinner, what I try to do is prep ingredients so that way I can still cook myself a hot dinner every night and not
Yeah,
just
not just yeah.
microwaving,
Makes sense.
whatever. But it's still going to be the same.
Makes sense. Okay. Is there any kind of final thoughts you want to share?
I would say maybe some final thoughts. There's a lot more to a person's size than I think meets the eye or that you would expect.
Yes.
I'm actually an incredibly healthy person. I have great blood pressure. I drink my water. I take vitamins and I never get sick. Like, what is the marker of a healthy person?
I don't really know because those. I mean, according to the chart of the doctor,
Okay, yeah.
I'm obese too.
Yeah. Not those. That's super outdated and don't really account for like muscle mass and things like that.
Yeah.
Um, but I think a lot there's more than what meets the eye as far as health.
Yeah, like don't judge a book like by its cover. We hear that all the time, kind of
Hmm.
deal. Don't assume things. You don't know people's life. You don't know what they do on their free time. You know,
Hmm.
the typical don't judge stuff.
Yeah. Um, because I actually spend way more time and energy and thoughts dedicated to my health
Yeah,
and just being balanced and whatever,
yeah,
more than people would think.
yeah. You definitely do.
A lot goes into it.
I can verify that. But I'm glad you shared because I learned some things about you I had no idea. That's what
Welcome to
happens
the funny farm.
on every video. But yeah.
Anyway,
So
this was a good little chat,
it
babe.
was a good chat. I enjoyed it. Um, okay.
Anyway, want to go grocery shopping
Yeah, we need to go grocery shopping. Um, so we'll post another video
in a couple days?
in a few
Checking
days.
back in.
Going back to the gym this week.
Yep.
I will be lifting weights. Janine will be doing cardio.
Yeah, I was cleared to do as much cardio as I want, which is none.
Yep.
I want to lift, but he did say wait another week before lifting weights, and then I can start back with
Yeah. But ease into it.
like machines. So no
Yep.
deadlifting, which is very disappointing.
Yeah.
No
Well,
squatting.
Yep.
Basically, still chill on using the core.
Yep. Which is probably for the best.
Yes, and it does me no good to rush back into it and then put myself out of commission for longer.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, enjoy your weekend, your week.
Yeah. Until next time, double scoop out.